absolutely insane,
I freaking got him. Oh my gosh.
Oh yes.
Dating back to the summer of 2022, we got the cameras running. We didn't really have anything on camera. We put multiple cameras out in bedding areas, and we got some corn piles out and nothing. Like, we noticed that there was a large acorn drop this year, so we were gonna have to move a little bit. We decided to try out this food plot we planted a couple years ago. Big alfalfa plot. I took my cousin out. We went up there and we sat for about half an hour. Immediately, the deer started filling the field. You know, we had about 4 or 5 does, a couple of small bucks come in. We looked down over the hill, and there he was, the Miller buck. He worked his way up over the hill. He fed in the field for about 15 minutes, and he came into 40 yards. The wind shifted. He caught our wind, started to get alert. My cousin had the crossbow in hand, so we flipped the blind window open. We sent a shot at him about 40 yards. Unfortunately, his crossbow limb hit the window and sent the shot. We didn't hit him. It was a pretty sad moment at the time, but we gave that deer another year. 2023, we got the cameras rolling. We actually had this travel route we stuck this camera on, and we got a really nice buck. We couldn't tell what he was really, but knew he was big. We threw a corn pile out and got the stealth cam running. As we expected, this absolute monster came out. You know, he had kickers, he's wide, tall, he had everything. The more we looked into it, the more we realized this was the Miller buck. He went from about 130 or 140 inch 10 point last year when we saw him to about what we guessed 170 inch deer. You know, he just blew up. We knew that this deer would be a hard deer to kill. After we had the first encounter with him last year, you know, he just went nocturnal. We had no daylight action at all. We sat multiple times trying to find him again and couldn't. This year it was the same thing. We'd catch him on multiple cameras, just cruising. He just wouldn't really daylight for us. We had the first cold front of the year. You know, it was going to be like a 20-degree difference. We knew that we had to get in there. We had to get it done. I went and sat the evening before and saw a couple of does, but had no luck. I really thought that that was going to be the day that it happened. It just didn't. I walked out, and about 15 minutes after I left, there he was. After that happened, I was worried. I was wondering, you know, maybe he's close enough. He sees me walking in. The next evening, it was going to be a lot colder. I thought this deer bedded close now, and with that information, I snuck in there. We do it all. We use a scent killer. I went in. We had the closed up blind. I kept all the windows closed. As soon as I got in there, I got the camera set up, and immediately I started noticing deer movement. You know, they were walking out the field edges. You know, I could see them moving in the timber. It started pouring down the rain, and I figured that if the rain had settled down a little bit, that would bring them right out. I had a lot of luck after a heavy rain pulling deer out. I had that feeling, and I'll go ahead and let the video tell the rest of the story.
All right, guys, third sit of the year. We're in here again after that big buck we've been having. He's actually been in here the past 3 nights, all after shooting light, but at least we know he's close. We've got about a 20-degree cold front that came in, and I'm just praying that he's on his feet. Hopefully he comes up here a little bit early. He came in here last night at 11 o'clock, and he's not been back since. We've already had some does moving through. Hopefully this front's enough to bring him in, because it's cold. And he's been coming in when it's hot, so cross our fingers if he comes in. I just hope he comes in. If God will help us, we'll get a shot on him. It's already cold, and it started pouring down the rain. I'm not sure if that's a good or bad thing, but I gotta imagine that these deer are gonna want to move in this. Let's get over. just poured down the rain. But it just let up. Starting to let up at least. And I mean, it's cooling down a lot. It was 55 when we came in here. Yesterday it was 70 in here at the same time. So, I'm just praying that he gets on his feet. Usually I seem to notice that if it rains really hard and then lets up, that tends to get him to move a little bit. Maybe I'm just crazy about that, but hopefully. We just need one more to come out. Just need the big boy.
For the sake of the YouTube video, we freaking got him, boys. I got it all on video. The recovery and everything. I'm sorry I wasn't able to get it, dude. I shot that deer and I waited. I've got to be at work at 9 o'clock. And I knew I had to hunt because I knew this evening would be perfect. He's been coming in every single night. There was a 20-degree cold front. I knew he would be there. And just like clockwork, broad daylight, I've got it all on video. I can't wait to get it out to you guys. There'll be, you guys will see more, but I'm literally on my way to work right now. All right, guys, finally got my hands on him. Actually, shot him, then had to go into work, but do what you gotta do, I guess. We had that 20-degree cold front, and it was just enough to get him out. We just got him rough scored at 175 3/4, an absolute buck of a lifetime. Couldn't ask for anything better. Couldn't ask for a better night. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe. Stay tuned for the next one.